Go to them. Quit expecting them to always come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Go to their little league games.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to talk in a comfortable setting. Um, Going to local events, whether it's local parade or and see people outside of the school setting where people feel comfortable. To they're going to open up. They're going to talk to you in a different way. They don't see you behind a desk or go into the principal's office, which is just as scary for a parent as it is a kid, or teacher often. But yeah, being a genuine part of a community.
Do you suggest teachers just go and show up?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
We don't have a powwow because that's our tradition. Powwows became a social gathering place of Native people when people were moved all over the place. So we have this powwow, and I people still don't know. Is it okay if I come?
Uh-huh.
And it's open to the public. You know, we have lots of gatherings here, and Squaxin tribe is very community oriented and welcome people. But I think still it's hard for people to go where they haven't gone before.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they should think about that too. On the other hand,
Get out of the comfort zone.
get out of the comfort zone and
go to the community instead
yeah.
of expect the community to go to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot can be said there.
Mm-hmm. Show that interest too.
Yeah.
We had a lot of kids in the Force Festival parade here we had a few weeks ago, and we have playing baseball, basketball, and everything else. On the swim team and knowledge bowls, different things, but not just, I know a teacher's life is very, very busy, but I think a teaching profession it's often compared to others, and it's not a profession like any other.
Right.
Yeah, so the way we teach kids, they're not. I mean, we still hear this thing about we put this in and this is what we should get out, like a conveyor belt. Well, that's not. That isn't human.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole different realm. You cannot compare the profession of teaching with developing computer programs or it's a people business. I've said for a long time because this is one thing that's missing in teacher education programs. If you have, when a person goes through school to become a marketer or to in any portion of sales, they teach about salesmanship. They teach about how to relate with people. There's very, very, very little of that in teacher education programs. We are in a people business. Until we realize that and genuinely engage in how to relate with all peoples, we're not going to make a lot of progress.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is all about.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like parenting.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with a manual.
No.
Any teacher will know that every classroom is different. Every child is different.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But there's very little in teacher ed programs that really talk to that, the
True.
experiences.
True.
It's, you know, they don't talk about the classroom where you have 8 leadership personalities in one room. You know, and how does that work together?
Uh-huh.
There was a girl with a cedar cap on, and she had a stole. Her family's from North Dakota, so she had a stole that her mother had beaded, and she had an eagle feather on her cap. And each time the principal came and said, "You can't have the cedar cap," and took that over, so the parent took that. So, we've grown up here and everything with people from here, but that's not really our culture. This is our culture. And then the principal coming and grasping the stole and said, "You cannot wear this." And then finally, so 3 different times, the school was lined up ready to go in, walk in, and saying, "You must remove the eagle feather." And just the sad thing is, 2 days prior, the school had gone to practice. They had dress rehearsal. She had dressed exactly the same, and no one had said anything to her. So we had a student in another school who he had black caps. She had beaded on the very edge a row of black beads, and this what she couldn't wear. So
Didn't they not read Dorn's letter?
Yeah.
But?
And at another school, there was another incident of the eagle feather. It got solved before graduation, but everybody thought, yeah, Dorn sent out this letter, and it had been shared widely.
Yeah.
We're called local control, so he can say this should be done, but it's up to the school. And further down than that, it's the will of the principal or school district. Because when I talked to the Indian club from this one school, they said last year they had taken on this as an issue to wear the cedar mortarboards through graduation, and they had taken it all the way gone through the process, and they got to the school board, and the school board said no. So then we look at, I don't know if people are just, they're tied so tight to a tradition. It's the purpose.
Exactly.
Because that tradition, as is used today in the United States with the gowns and the caps and the hoods, it comes from old England.
Yeah. It's not American.
1,200 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And there were reasons why even some of it was to keep warm. But why are they so tied to that one culture?
Right.
Why not have a celebration of all cultures? And also, we had students that told that they couldn't walk. If they did, they had passed the test, they had gotten all their credits. The girl thought it was because she was told it's because she had fines to pay. No, she paid the fines. So then it was, I don't know. It's.
So she wasn't able to walk.
She ended up walking by someone interceding.
Love it.
At the same time, this was the same school as the other girl. This person didn't know the other girl was over there having trouble.
The school board needs you. District needs you.
So, it's. I got to go to Garfield graduation in Seattle.
And?
It was such a celebration.
Isn't it?
You know? I took lots of pictures. They
Wonderful.
are encouraged. Decorate those mortarboards. A lot of them put emblems on of the colleges that they're going to go to, or, the kente cloth. Now, not wearing the eagle feather, stripping a student of that eagle feather.
Mm-hmm.
Would that same district strip a young lady of her burqa? Ways to go.
Yes.
In many areas of our state. Yes, Garfield is just quite an example. There. The kente cloth, just the flags, it was so colorful. It was such a joy. It wasn't somber.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a somber time.
Right.
This is a celebration.
Right.
And it truly, truly was.
A time of joy and positive energy and spirit.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
I'm glad you went. You can bring it back.
And it was one of our tribal young people that live in Seattle that went to that school.
Nice.
And, was a valedictorian. She's got a free ride through Columbia.
Nice.
I mean, she's doing wonderful things in science. Yeah, so it's good to see our young ones out there. We had one graduate from the University of Washington, Tacoma. And so we have those successes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard to see that we have so many others that are held back.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.